Alright guys, it's been a while since we've done a patch notes review just because they've kind of been bad. And then last one, the last patch notes were, actually you could read them. The issue is I didn't think we'd be able to read them, so I was kind of just putting it off, and then I waited till the next day and I was like, oh, this is actually readable. So here we are. Balance patch version 0.14.3. I'm curious to know what they're gonna do with Quang and like how. I'm curious to know actually how people in general feel about him, because I haven't been playing a whole lot recently. But anyway, champions, the January blues are long gone because February is finally here. What better way to settle into a new month than chewing over a tasty balance patch? In version 0.14.3, you can expect the usual range of buffs, fixes, and quality of life improvements for a number of heroes and items, as well as some tweaks based on community feedback for the most recent hero to join the fight, Quang. I hope they make it so that left-clicking doesn't pull back the sword. Maybe? It's an exciting month for Predecessor, not only because we still have our PlayStation pals with us for Phase 2 of the closed beta, but also because the next original hero is fast approaching. Codename Emerald arrives just a few short weeks from now. We'll be revealing plenty more about this mad mage. Oh, they're a mage, so probably mid laner then, not a support. Interesting. Throughout February, so keep your eyes on social channels for more. But enough about all that. Let's focus on the here and now and jump right into the version 0.14.3 patch notes. I don't want to jump into the here and now. I'd like to talk about Codename Emerald. So with Codename Emerald being presumably a mid laner then. I think mage, I think mid laner. Maybe that's my bias. But there's no supports left, like no Paragon original supports. So unless we rework a character, Terra, Boris, I guess Boris could be a support. I would be so sad, but who else? Like, what else could we not like insanely overwork? I don't know if Boris had an already existing kit. Somehow Aurora. Unless we rework another character, that means we don't get a new support for presumably at least another 6, 7, 8 months. It'd be unfortunate. Store update. I did kind of look for a second. We got a bunch of skins. Not a big fan of this Feng Mao skin, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that like it. Kind of like his tier 3, if you want to call it that. I would like to see this skin in game, but the colors look cool there. These skins look pretty rad. I like the neon bluish color. Both Twin Blast and Decker getting that skin. I don't think I really care about it on Decker. It's kind of, I don't know, blue's already kind of her color. I think it's cool on Twin Blast though. Looking for up to 1,000 PC players. Jesus. Damn. Okay. Yeah, join IT if you want. I'm not gonna say much about it here, but I do have my. I was on IT before. I have my opinions on it. If you really want to know them, you can reach out. They know what you're getting into, I guess. I'll only say what I can about it. PlayStation closed beta phase 2. So yeah, console players here to stay, it would seem. Drongo. Alright. So his passive description update now always applies to monsters, not just with the gag grenade. Okay, damage against monsters set to 0.5% max health over 3 seconds. Rad rounds, 5% decrease to scaling. Yeah, I mean, Drongo feels really good. So, I think probably the best ADC. Maybe Twin Blast still. I've played very little on this patch, so. Iggy! The flame turret is going, it's going to be higher health earlier, lower health late, but the melee damage modifier is decreased. I wanted it to go up. I wanted it to take more damage for melee, not take less damage. Damn, that sucks. Well, and then oil spill magical power scaling up 5%. That's not that big of a deal. This is really notable early. I mean, it's notable for both ways, right? But it'll be a lot better early. Okay. I know it's only 15 health, but for level 1, but your turrets are level 1 for a while. Cool. I'm okay with the change. I don't like... This makes me sad, I suppose. I don't know, I don't really have a lot to say about Iggy. Chimera, what have you done to my boy? You've nerfed him again. Okay. Health regen per stack decreased from 0.7 going up to 4.6 at max stacks to now 0.5 going up to 4.3 only at max stats. This character is overperforming. Further balance adjustments next patch, should he still be overperforming? He's been overperforming for months. Invigorate, secondary bug fix, now correctly heals. Oh my god, it was bugged. For 1.5 times current health regen instead of 2 times. Max health healing now correctly increases with rank instead of being locked to rank 1 values. Oh, okay, well, okay. So, I don't know what that ends up equaling out to, but you know. Hira, now correctly treated as a hero ability for the purpose of items. Wait, Purge? Wasn't treated as an ability? Okay, both of these are kind of weird. Quang! Alright, I'm curious of this. Strike of the Heavens passive, so his, like, spell slasher, like, stackable spell slasher, I guess, how I would describe this. Damage increased from 10 plus 4 per level to 15 plus 5 per level. Cooldown refund on hit increased from 0.5 to 1. Stack duration decreased, that's fine. Passive damage no longer triggers Mutilator or Mind Razor's ability effects. I didn't realize it did, and it shouldn't have. So it's buffed. To me, I've never used either of these items anyway, so it's buffed. I think that's good. The passive was kind of whatever. Judgment of the Heavens primary mana cost increased from 50 going up to 70 at all ranks to now just, or 50 going to 70 at max level to now 70 at all levels. The range is decreased though. Okay, so this is just a nerf. It's decreased 200 units. I don't know what that means to you. It's slightly smaller. Surge of the Heavens is secondary. Damage changed from 55 going up to 155 at max level to now 70 going up to 150 at max level. So it's stronger at the first 3 levels and then weaker on the last level. Okay. It helps his early game, so that's good. Cooldown increased from 14 going down to 8 at max level to now 14 going down to only 9 at max level. So again, more early game, another, well, just an early game buff and then late game nerf. Light of the Heavens, his alternate ability, held damage changed from 70 going up to 230 at max level to now 80 going up to 220 at max level. So again, early game buff, late game nerf. In world damage changed from 70 going up to 270 at max level to now 80 going up to 260 at max level. Again, same situation. Shield going from 80 up to 220 at max level to now 70 going up to only 10 at max level. Same thing there. But scaling, this is going to buff it late game. Shield magical power scaling increased from 40% to 45%. Cooldown changed from 13 going down to 9 to now 12 going down to only 10. A lot of just like early game buff, late game nerf. Okay. Hitbox improved. His ultimate, 200 at level 1 going up to 440 is now 200 going up to 480. Slight buff. Cast time reduced by 15%. That's actually kind of huge. Having an interruptible ult that takes that long to cast is frustrating. Main menu description, slow amount now correctly states it's 40, 50, 60. Not changed as much. This was definitely some just like fine tuning. This is really nice. This is a pretty significant buff. Outside of that, it's just really just fine tuning. Sure. Bellica, Void Bomb, her right click? Oh my god. I don't play enough Pred anymore. Damage decreased from 80 going up to 280 at max level to now only 75 going up to 255 at max level. Oh. However, the innovation max rank magical power scaling increased from 75% to 80%. So that's just when she hits max level on the ability. Right? That's a pretty significant nerf. Okay. Morgesh, magical high for primary magical power scaling increased from 60 to 65%. I wonder if we'll start leveling this first again. Storm, her secondary magical per hit changed from 8 going up to 32 to now 8 only going up to 28. Healing magical power scaling increased, however, from 6% to 8%. Apparently has to do with Megacosm changes. I don't think I've played mid since Megacosm got changed. Narbash, beat drop, his passive. Bonus mana regen duration decreased from 10 seconds to 5 seconds. Base bonus mana regen increased from 2 to 3. Ally detection radius increased from 750 units to 1,000. Being twice as much mana regen from his, so it's a nerf. Okay. Sure. Rampage. We fixed Rumble again. Now correctly scales with 90% total physical power instead of 90 bonus physical power. I did know Rampage was bugged. I didn't know exactly what. So slight buff to Rampage in theory because he was kind of weird this patch. Sevarog. Siphon his primary cooldown decreased from 7 going down to 4 to now 6 going down to 4. So a little bit of an early game CD buff. Cool. A little stronger in the early game. It's actually kind of useful for jungle. Steel. Bunch of changes. Okay. Base armor decreased from 34 to 32. Base mana increased. Okay. From 300 to 320. Base mana regeneration decreased from 1.6 to 1.45. Thankfully, it doesn't mean a whole lot in the jungle. That's kind of concerning for solo lane. The base armor is really sad. Shield bash. Damage decreased from 40 going up to 160 to now 40. Oh, why? Oh, stop that. From 40 going up to 120, but we buffed the max health damage from 4% to 5%. Oh my god. Cooldown decreased from 12 going down to 8 to now 10 going down to 8, so we buffed the cooldown early game. Oh boy. Okay. Not a fan. I've been over this a million times. Not a fan of max health damage on tanks. I think that's really dumb design. Shield Slam, Steel's ultimate. Range decreased, okay, by 10%. There's a really, man, it was really hard, really easy to hit ult rather, so I'm glad it's getting a bit smaller. Stun duration decreased from 1.5 to 1.25. Okay, so overall, it's mostly nerfs. Like, the base armor decrease is pretty big. The mana regen. The Shield Slam is actually a pretty significant nerf. I hate this line. I also hate this. I hate that this is going on a shorter cooldown. At max level, it's the same, but... Faye! Okay. Base attack speed increased from 120% to 125%. Base mana regen decreased from 1.3 to 1.15. Harvest Nettles. Bonus damage per stack increased from 20 to 25%. Max stack bonus damage increased from 60% to 75%. So a bit of buff to Nettles, buff to her attack speed, which is interesting. Not sure why we felt like we needed to do that. And the base mana regen nerf is that big of a deal? Just get bugs, forehead. Xeris, Barricade primary. This is his wait, oh, sorry, no. This is his Shield Bash. Cooldown decreased. Okay, this is significant. This is a very long cooldown. It's actually getting dropped 4 seconds at max level. From 22 going down to 16 to now only 20 going down to 12. A 4-second decrease, 2 at level 1. That's a significant buff. Is this character struggling right now? Is he? What did they do to him last patch that he fell off? This character was insane. What? Evade, his secondary, his little dash. Attack speed increased from 14 going up to 30 at max level to now 15 going up to 35 at max level. Okay. Fuck. Damn, we buffed Xeris. That's insane to me, but sure. I think honestly, I like this. This ability is a really long cooldown, and I'm not a fan of it. But that's a little crazy. Next is just a bug fix. So now correctly stores 10% of damage dealt from AoE abilities, not 20%. Rift Walkers dash speed decreased by 50% to help increase the readability. Okay. Buying multiple diffusal canes doesn't result in lost stacks now. Oh, that's it. Cool. That's all. That was a short patch notes. Easy. Well, there you go. Not a lot of bug fixes. Did we not fix the bug where we buy the same item multiple times? That's annoying. Anyway, that's all for me. There should be 2 videos on the screen right now. Give those a little look-see. Yeah, it's nice to have readable patch notes again. Bears out. Peace.